Hi, welcome to Jen's Jams. Belly laughing? Belly laughing. The other day I was watching a show. Oh goodness, I don't know what network is on it, doesn't matter, but it had the narrator from the Formula One racing on it who is apparently trying his hand at being a farmer. In a thick British accent, and he's trying to figure out how to plow the land and how to come up with economic solutions to problems that arise on a farm and stuff. And the second episode of the first season was about sheep, and I just, in my whole life, never thought I could laugh so hard about sheep. And it wasn't anything specific about the sheep themselves. It was more about all the foils and foibles that this person was going through in order to be able to use the sheep to help make the ground better for farming, and that I believe it was cheaper than other alternatives for making land that wasn't usable more usable. That's probably too much detail, but I have to say, for some reason, it tickled me so much that I started to giggle and laugh uncontrollably. This was belly laugh and tears laugh and, cannot control laugh, to the extent where I had to leave the room. And I left and I went upstairs and I'm like, you have got to calm down. Because I started to come back downstairs, and the minute I thought about the sheep again and hearing this man's voice, I was like, I can't do it. I'm in this place I don't recognize. It still makes me giggle a little. But I have to say that the best part of that experience, it certainly wasn't the impression that I was making on my partner's father. The best part of the experience was to absolutely love the fact that I was capable, that I could still have a laughing attack, a belly laugh, and that in the craziness of everything that's going on, that part of my humanity was still available. And you can't necessarily go into a situation and make yourself and say, okay, I'm going to have a belly laugh. It's almost like, let's say, beatings will continue until morale improves. The opposite is like, tickling will continue, until laughing, whatever. That said, the closest thing that I've experienced to almost being able to make me uncontrollably laugh was when, and it wasn't too long ago, my daughter showed me how to use filters on a phone. And we started putting them on our faces when we were doing a FaceTime call, and I was definitely having an out-of-body experience with that. And I think I probably could do that in any given day, and that would probably take me there really fast. But anyway, what I want you to do is think about a time when you've had a really big belly laugh. And if you haven't had one in a while, or if by any chance you haven't ever had one, I think you need to go look for one. I think it's on the spectrum of things, I think it's a great treat. So if nothing else, go look at some filters with someone and see what happens. Ciao.